So people keep asking me if you have to have a license to drive. Well, yes. The answer to that is yes. Absolutely, you have to have a license and be insured to drive. The question becomes, what is the definition for driving? Driving is hauling passengers or services or things for profit. So, yes, to answer your question, you have to have a license to drive. I've never said that you don't have to have a license to drive. I'm saying under UCC 9102 subsection 23, you don't have to register your private household consumer goods primarily used for leisure and pleasure and not for commercial purposes. That's what I'm articulating to you. So it's real simple. You get pulled over for no registration, no driver's license on person, or no driver's license. And the question that should be asked is, can the prosecutor prove that I was engaged in commercial activity while traveling from point A to point B? And the answer to that is, most certainly not. And here's the other thing. If you're saying that I was gainfully employed and that's why you're billing me up or charging up my estate, well, then the state owes me, don't they? If everything I am presumably doing is a negotiable transaction or monetized, then, of course, the state owes me for services rendered for which they have not paid for, and involuntary servitude shall not be had. So it's really simple in a court. You just simply ask the judge to order you to go contract with a private corporation known as the DMV and achieve and obtain a driver's license, and that you'll go do it. Effectively, what he would be doing is warring against the Constitution. He'd be engaged in peonage, and it would cause you undue stress, financial hardship, and it would also be considered involuntary servitude. And no judge worth his weight in salt is going to tell you or give you an order to go get a driver's license. No judge worth his weight in salt is going to tell you or order you to go register your private household consumer goods. Why? Because then they're 100% liable. Not only are they liable, they're guilty of peonage, okay? Involuntary servitude. So, just food for thought. Do you have to register an automobile? If you're engaged in commerce, you absolutely do. Those laws were put in place to protect the American people from people making money or currency or profit or income on our freeways, highways, byways, passages, roadways, and overpasses, okay? That's why those statutes, codes, city ordinances, rules, and regulations were put into place were to protect us in the event that somebody engaged in commerce making profits off our highways, freeways, byways, and passages, one, pay the toll of the road to make sure that our roadways are maintained and don't look like crap, which quite frankly, I've traveled a lot and all the roads look like crap. It's horrible, the infrastructure that we have. Secondly, in the event that somebody engaged in commercial activity causes you harm, damage, injury, or loss, that you have an ability to recoup that because they were engaged on our highways, freeways, and byways for profit. You know, it's that simple. So do you have to acquire a driver's license? Only if you fit the parameter or the scope of being engaged in commercial activity hauling passengers, services, or goods for profit with your automobile. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.